Hi, it's Kirsten from Consolidated Employers Organisation here in Cape Town. Today we'll be shooting the next installment in our series of videos on organisational rights down at the lovely Tiger Valley waterfront, the home of our offices. Today we will be introducing you to two topics on organisational rights. The first being acquisition of organisational rights by the trade union. And the second one is organisational rights thresholds. We hope that you find this video informative, and you're welcome to ask any questions and like the video down below. Thank you. Let's carry on watching.
Good day, my name is Janeske Greef, Dispute Resolution Official for CEO in Cape Town. I will shortly discuss the three methods in which a union can obtain organisational rights in the workplace. The first method is that by way of agreement between the employer and the union. This is concluded by way of a recognition agreement. If the parties are deadlocked and can't agree on the rights that a union will enjoy in the workplace, this may be referred to the CCMA, and a third party may grant those organisational rights to the union. The third method in which a union can obtain organisational rights is by way of collective agreement or by way of sectoral determination, where these rights are conferred automatically.
So the point of departure with organisational rights is the union recruiting members within the workplace. Once it's recruited members, it will take the stop order forms along with a letter indicating which rights it seeks to exercise, and it will send that to the company, the employer, and it will seek a meeting within 30 days. It's incumbent upon the employer to meet with the union within a 30-day period and attempt to conclude a settlement agreement in the form of a recognition agreement where it will allow the union to exercise certain rights. That is the first method in which a union can acquire organisational rights, and that is by agreement between the parties.
Should the parties not be able to agree on the rights that a union will enjoy in the workplace, the union can refer the dispute to the CCMA. This may be resolved by dispute resolution by way of arbitration or strike. This is the second method in which the organisational rights can be acquired in the workplace.
And the third way in which a union can acquire organisational rights is by way of a collective agreement, either in the form of a bargaining council agreement within that industry or a sectoral determination regulating a certain sector.
Our second topic is thresholds. We previously mentioned that there are two types of thresholds. The first threshold is majority representation, and the second threshold is sufficient representation. We will now discuss what each of those entail.
So, the easiest threshold to explain is majority. Now, majority is simple and it has never changed. It's quite easy to determine a majority union, and that union will enjoy 50% plus one of the employees in the workplace as its member. The majority union is entitled to all 5 rights. That's right 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. The second threshold is a representative union that is not a majority, but it is the most representative union within that workplace. That union will automatically get rights 12 and 13 as well as 15, but may apply to the Commissioner for rights 14 and 16.
The third threshold is sufficient representation. A union which is sufficiently representative in a workplace will be entitled to Section 12 and 13 rights. A union or unions acting jointly that are not entitled to these rights may refer a dispute to the CCMA, and the CCMA may grant these rights. There are certain factors that are taken into consideration, which include Firstly, the nature of the workplace as well as the nature of the sector.
And the final threshold that we will be discussing is that of a threshold contained in a collective agreement. A union that is party to a bargaining council does not require a threshold amount. Regardless of how many employees that union represents, it will have automatic access to rights 12 and 13, access to the workplace and deductions, by virtue of the fact that it is a party to the council.
We hope that you've enjoyed this installment on thresholds. Feel welcome to like or share our videos so that others can learn from this installment as well. In the next installment, we will deal with the resolution of organizational rights disputes. Thank you and goodbye.